Well then, hello there boys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our series of the journey to 1,000 pounds. It's a powerlifting journey where we'll try to go from 860 pounds to 1,000 pounds lifted between our three main lifts, namely squats, bench and deadlift, between the time periods of January 2024 to the end of April 2024, as well as trying to improve our flexibility massively by focusing on 5 major compound stretches, which are mainly going to work our hip area and our lower body area, which is the areas where I'm like the tightest at, and I need more flexibility and more looseness, not only just for the flexibility's sake, but also to improve my powerlifting numbers by increasing my range of motion. So today we're going to be going for a push day, specifically the bench press. We'll try to attempt a PR of 235 pounds, which will be 10 pounds heavier than our previous PR of 225 pounds. But before we go into that, we're going to go through a quick summary clip, which is not too quick actually, it's like 8 to 9 minutes. But if you've never watched one of my videos, that will be great leeway or entry into seeing what I'm trying to do during this whole series. I will go through my training, we'll go through my diets, we'll go through how we're going to go about documenting the journey. So it'll encompass everything. So if you've never watched it, please do so. If not, you can skip it. I'll put timestamps on my video so you can skip to the actual lift session. And included with the PR is going to be 2 proper working sets as well. So yeah, we're going to go into the summary clip. I'll see you guys there. All right, okay, ta-da, bye. So guys, welcome to the summary clip, and the summary clip will be discussing 2 major parts. The first part is discussing what's our goal. The second part is going to be how we're going to go about documenting this journey. So let's get into the first part, which is what's our goal. Well, first of all, I'm currently halfway through an 8-month bulking journey, which started in September and will end in April. And this is being done completely natural. It's just protein supplements, creatine, and vitamin supplements being taken. Since we're halfway through, I'm kind of tweaking and changing my main focus towards 2 things for the next 4 months, which is going to consist of powerlifting and flexibility. So I want to greatly improve in these 2 areas. So let's go ahead and specify our goals in these 2 areas. The first one is powerlifting. For powerlifting, I'm at currently lifting 860 pounds combined between my 3 main lifts, which is squats, bench, and deadlift, with my bench being 225 pounds, my deadlift being 335 pounds, and squats being 280 pounds. And these are 1 rep max lifts, basically. And the goal by the end of the 4 months is to get to 1,000 pounds lifted between these 3 main lifts. So how are we going to get there? Well, to get there, we're going to break it down into 2 major aspects of any physical endeavor, which is going to be my training and my diet. So let's start with the diet. For the diet, I'll be eating at a caloric surplus for the next 4 months. I'm trying to bulk as well, so which is great. So it kind of comes hand in hand. But I'll be trying to gain 1 kilo of body weight per month, sorry, not per week, per month for the next 4 months. So currently I'm at 86 pounds as of December 29th, 2023. And by the end of April, I want to be 90 kilograms. And the other thing is going to be protein. We're trying to be consuming about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which is a recommended amount if you want to put on proper size. And we're also going to be consuming 5 grams of creatine every single day, and as well as taking some vitamin supplements, and of course making sure I sleep at least 8 hours every night to make sure I am recovered and the muscles getting built. So that's my diet. So in terms of my training plan, we'll be doing a push-pull leg split with the minimum rest period between these splits of 2 days with a maximum rest period of 4 days. So if I hit push on Monday, at the earliest I'll hit pull on Thursday, and at the latest I'll hit it on Saturday. The reason for this large amount of rest period is because of the training methodology that I follow of high intensity training, popularized by Arthur Jones and later on by great bodybuilders such as Mike Menser and Dorian Yates and Tom Platz and so on. And with this training methodology, we're going to try to do very, very low sets, 1 set or 2 sets at a maximum, and push each set to absolute failure as much as you can possibly do through the utilization of drop sets. And with this training methodology is going to take a lot of stress on the body, and especially on the central nervous system. Therefore, you're going to need proper and adequate amount of rest to make sure I'm properly recovered before my next training session. And that's why there's a large rest period between our splits, basically. And we'll always start each of our splits, either push, pull, legs with the compound exercises, compound free weight exercises, and then we'll move on to machine and isolation exercises. So for example, for push, I'm going to start with a bench press. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 sets of heavy bench press, and then I'll move on to machine and isolation workouts. And I'll just pop up a screenshot of my actual training exercises and routines and everything. And here is it for push, here is it for pull day, and then here it is for our legs. So that's going to be our training routine and actual sets and reps we're going to be doing in the gym. I usually don't count my reps. I just go, again, as I said, to failure, and whatever those reps are is what I hit for the day. But yeah, along with that, since we're trying to do powerlifting, we're going to focus on the 3 main aspects of improving powerlifting numbers. The first part is obviously going to be technique. So the technique for the squats, for the deadlifts, for the bench press is going to be very critical in terms of just improving the numbers without having to recruit more muscle or build more muscle. And then we'll do this through the recording of myself while I'm at the gym, and through me watching the recording and seeing my technique and my form, I can tweak it and improve it as I go along. So the second main aspect of powerlifting is going to be hypertrophy to improve the numbers. And as I said, this will be done through the principles of high intensity training plus progressive overload plus proper rest and nutrition. And following these principles, we should be able to build muscle as we go along these 4-month bulking periods. So that's our goal for hypertrophy. So the third aspect of improving powerlifting numbers is going to be neural adaptation, and this just basically comes to your body's ability to recruit muscle when you're doing heavy lifts. And the way to improve this is obviously just to do low rep, heavyweight exercises on the 3 main compound lifts, which I'm trying to improve on, and do them for 3 to 5 reps, as I said, with heavyweight, proper form. And the more I do this, the more my brain and the neurons fire properly to recruit more muscle fibers that I have, basically. So those are the 3 aspects of powerlifting we're trying to improve on, and hopefully with these techniques we should be able to hit 1,000 pounds by the end of the 4-month bulking journey. So with powerlifting out the way, now let's move on to the goals for flexibility. So in terms of flexibility, our goal is to do 30-minute stretches, full body stretches every night before we go to bed. And during the stretches, our goal is to have complete flexibility on these 5 major stretches by the end of the journey. So we want to unlock complete flexibility to where we can do it with full mobility for all these 5 stretches. And the 5 stretches that I'm trying to unlock complete flexibility on are: number 1 is splits, number 2 is standing head to knee stretches, number 3 is the pancake, number 4 is the reclining hero stretch, number 5 is the pigeon pose. So these 5 stretches are very critical to us. So it's the only ones we're going to be tracking with the video, but I'll also be doing other stretches along with it as well. It's not just going to be these 5 stretches, but these are going to be our focus. So yeah, we'll just track the progress for this as well as we go along for the journey. So let's go through part 2, which is going to be how we're going to go about documenting this journey. So we're going to be going about it by recording 3 videos a month. So 1 for push, 1 for pull, and 1 for legs. And in these videos, each video will contain 1, an intro clip at the start, number 2, the summary clip, which you're just watching right now, and thirdly is going to contain a 1 rep max attempt on each of our 3 compound lifts, depending on which day we're doing, obviously, along with at least 1 working set. So that's all it's going to include. It's not going to include any extra workouts afterwards. Therefore, there's not going to be any machine or isolation workouts included in the vlogs. If you want to watch those, I have previous videos that I've posted of gym vlogs, so you guys can watch that. So it has everything included in there. But for the next 4 months, we're just going to be focusing on the 3 main lifts in terms of the videos. And PS, I just want to note that I will only be doing 1 rep max attempts during the days I record. And lastly, just a few more points to take away. Number 1 is we're going to be doing a flexibility update on the 3rd video of every month, the last video of every month, which is going to be the leg days, where we'll go through our 5 major stretches and see how it's evolved over a monthly period. And another thing I want to note is that in April, instead of doing 3 gym vlogs, we're going to be doing 4. The 4th one is just going to be like a finale kind of thing, where I'll take 10 days off prior to actually going in the gym, and then we'll do our final attempts for all 3 lifts and see if we actually hit our 1,000-pound goal. So that's everything, and yeah, that was a lot to go through, so let's just do a very quick recap of the summary clip itself in terms of the bullet points. So number 1 is that our goal is to reach 1,000 pounds lifted between our 3 main lifts, and also gain complete flexibility in terms of our 5 major stretches. So number 2 is that we're going to be using YouTube to document this journey, where we'll be posting 3 videos a month, with the last videos of every month containing a flexibility update, and each video pertaining to push, pull, or legs. And the last month in April, we're going to be doing 4 videos instead of 3, with the 4th one being like a finale update, where we'll try to attempt our 1,000 pounds lifted between our 3 main lifts in the same day, as well as doing the final flexibility update. And we'll also do a quick body show of different poses and the circumference measurement update to see how we've evolved over the last 8 months and see how our numbers have improved. And yeah, that's everything in terms of the summary. And we'll go on to the lifting session now. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Well, welcome in Button Blue. What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Well then, boys, welcome back. Now we're going to move on to the bench press session. And as I said in the summary clip, we're going to start with our warm-up sets, work our way up to a PR, and then do at least 1 proper working set, or 2 depending on how I'm feeling on the day. And here we are. We're gonna obviously start with 135 warm up. We're not on the 25 plate shit, you know what I mean? We start with 135, god damn it. But yeah, here we go. And the warm up sets, I try to really just focus on the movement and really focus on just creating that abdominal pressure, making sure my form and technique is pure and exploding as much as I can when I come up. And yeah, that way just my body and my muscles are primed to move heavy weight when we get to the max rep attempt. But yeah, after the 135s, we're going to put on another 25 on each side and go up to 185 as we just did. And then we're going to add 10 more pounds on each side, go up to 205. So that's like 30 pounds less than the PR attempt I'm going to be doing over here. So yeah, with this one as well, I don't want to get too close to the PR attempt to where it actually just reduces my power when I go to the PR. So I want to save some in the tank. So I want to 30 pounds is a good difference where it's like enough of a gap, but at the same time it's warming up the muscles, so it's like a nice trade-off. So but yeah, now we're gonna move on to the PR attempt, 135, so you guys can see the 5-pound plates on each side. And yeah, we're gonna go for her here. Let's just analyze first. Let's just go through the attempt, and as you guys can see, I'm trying to bring it back up, but that baby was not coming up. Okay, so now let's go through right quick, just go through why that happened. First of all, preparation for the session, for the gym session. I did not sleep well that day, the day prior to it. I think I had some school in the morning or something. So I was not in the greatest like physical state to lift the weight. Did not eat well in the morning as well. So if we can just fix that part, at least maybe we could have got it up in the first place. But second place, I don't think I created much abdominal pressure over here. I remember failing on it and like realizing that I didn't create the abdominal pressure necessary to act as like a stiff board, so that my body acts like a stiff board and I can push the weight back up. And yeah, or maybe I was just not strong enough. It could be any of the 3 possibilities, but I'm not going to admit to myself that I was not strong enough, you know? I'll use any excuse I can, I guess. But yeah, it was I couldn't hit the PR attempt, I guess, but it is what it is. We're going to move on to a working set now. Next time, obviously, make sure I sleep well, I eat well right prior to it, and make sure I try to engage my core muscles more during bench throughout the next months. So I'm going to probably have like 2 or 3 sessions before I record another bench press attempts. So really work on that core stability and core stiffness when I'm doing my lifts. But yeah, let's just go through the working set now. Yeah, so for the working set, here we are. We're gonna put 185 on that. So yeah, slow down, somewhat of an explosion up. I don't want to explode too fast, controlled explosion, but on the way down, really slow it down. and we try to go for 5+ attempts. I usually just do 5. I can usually just do 5. I think I went for 6 on this one. I think that's my 6th rep. I barely got her up, and we're gonna keep going to failure. That's the nice thing about having the safety bars. You don't have to worry, you know, the safety bars got you, you know what I mean? No, I think that's my 6th attempt. Sorry, I remember almost hitting 7, as you guys will be able to see over here. I came down for the 7th one, and okay, I'll call that pussying out. I should have definitely locked that out. I can't. How could you not lock out once you're at 60? You only have 40 left, man. Just fucking push it through. Maybe that part of my maybe I need to also work on just that part, that range of motion between halfway to the top, because that's where I'm always lacking. I can like almost always put it like at least go 30%, but I can never finish the thing. So maybe I don't know how you'd work that part of the range of motion, but try to work that part anyways. But yeah, here we are then. We just dropped the 25s right away, and without any proper rest at that, we're just gonna drop the 25 pounds on each side and then go for a 135. And again, on this one, I don't count the reps. I just go till failure. So here we are. The form is not looking too bad. It's just, see, the legs are moving all the time. I just need to make sure. Okay, now that rep was pretty good, but the rep before, the legs were jittery. I just need to make sure I create a stiff body for them, for my like chest muscles to completely fucking explode the muscle. I explode the weight back up. But yeah, I was tired on that 135 pounds. After, especially when you're doing drop sets, you get really tired pretty fast, especially cardio. So it's nice, maybe you can rest for like 10 seconds and then bring it back again. That way your cardio gets out the way, and it's just, again, the muscle. I'm just trying to fatigue the muscle as much as I possibly can. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, man. It's just, you have to go in that zone and just focus and just fucking keep pushing until you can't. Again, I should have kept going there. I still left some in the tank in a sense of I should just keep going until I just cannot get it and just leave it on the safety bars. What's the point of the safety bars if you're not going to use them? You know what I mean? So but yeah, overall it was a nice, okay session. It was not the worst. I didn't pussy out on everything, at least. And we didn't hit the PR attempt, which kind of leaves us a bit rocky for the month of January in a sense, because we have to gain 140 pounds of lifting weight basically, and we haven't gained anything in bench for this month. So that leaves the squat and the deadlift needing at least 20 pounds each to like hit a 40-pound target. That's my target. I said I want to hit 900 by the end of January. So yeah, squats and deadlift really need to come through, or the 1,000 pounds goal is looking a bit shaky. But I'll give you guys a bit of a hint. I did do deadlift today, and it went well. So hopefully the squat session comes through as well, and we should hit 900 by the end of January. But yeah, that was the bench session. Thank you guys very, very, very much for watching. Hit like, subscribe, all that, hopefully. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time in the deadlift session, and peace out. All right, bye.